Hello? Kinshibori Park phone booth. Oh, shit, I don't have the voice ready for this, but I do have the right one right here.
Evening, Detective Susumi. How are things looking out there?
Who's this?
I finally got him, the real deal, Detective Tetsumo Susumi himself. Ah, wait. That's Chief Inspector Susumi now, isn't it? You've come a long way since we last met.
I asked you to identify yourself.
Man, have you forgotten already? After all the time we spent together. What a time that was. As I recall, I gave you quite the runaround.
Wait. Is this... Fumichika Nejima? What? Did you say Fumichika Nejima? Like the one from the Nejima murders?
Ding ding ding! You got it! I had a feeling that the great Chief Susumi would remember me. I spent 20 long years in a cell thanks to you. That shit was not easy.
You should be thanking me. Should have given you plenty of time to think and atone for your sins.
And that it did. I've repented. My conscience is clean as a whistle.
Bullshit. 20 years in a prison doesn't even begin to make up for the shit you did.
I don't know about that. After all, the justice system was gracious enough to grant me parole.
What? Is this the real Fumichika Nejima? He must still have the grudge against me for arresting him. So is this payback? Damn it. I should have put that in the internal voice, my bad. Jigois, what is your goal? How did you find me? What is your goal? I'm more interested in that. What is your goal?
Now, you gotta understand. I've repented, seen the light. I've been a good boy since I was granted parole. I even got myself a job. I've been real serious about walking the right path.
Well, that's very nice. Keep it up.
But it was no good. When the opportunity arose, it was impossible to hold myself back. I knew I had to give you a little token of thanks or I'd never truly be able to have a fresh start. Do you get what I'm saying?
No thanks. I don't need anything. No need to do all that for me. Just try to live a quiet life.
Oh, it's no hassle. No hassle at all. It would be all too easy to just kill you, to tear you apart. But that wouldn't be very satisfying. Certainly not after 20 fucking years of waiting.
That's a long time to nurture a grudge.
You fucking bet it is. I let it gnaw at me, grow inside of me. I thought of nothing else. All that time, I played model prisoner, endured the harassment those asshole guards threw at me. I did it all for you, Susumi. So please, just accept my deepest and most sincere feelings.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I don't feel the same way about you.
Shut the fuck up. That attitude of yours is why I'm saving you for last.
What is your goal? Oh, what are you planning? Whatever it is, bring it on. I'm not running away.
I just told you I'm not coming for you just yet. Pay attention when people talk, shithead. You see, this time I want to see you on your knees, weeping in despair, begging me for mercy.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, dear Nejima. Please forgive me. I won't do it again.
Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why I've always hated you so fucking much.
It was worth a shot.
Did you really think that would sate me, asshole? You must be crazy.
Well, then we're both crazy. We've got so much in common, we should be friends.
Enjoy cracking your jokes while you still can. I'm going to kill everyone you care about, one by one, till there's no one left.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a lone wolf. I don't have anyone like that in my life. Boss? What about me? Or, wait, are you just trying to protect me?
There's not a single person you care about. I wonder what your sweet daughter would think if she were to hear that.
Don't you fucking dare, I'm warning you.
Oh, very nice. This is more like it. She's living all on her own now, isn't she? Attending university and all. Such a good girl. Oh my. Don't tell me that she just happens to live in Honjo.
What? She does? No, forget it. This isn't funny, asshole. I'm going to find you and make you pay.
I love it. Keep going. I want to hear you lose your mind. It's music to my ears.
Fuck you. What is your goal? I'm just gonna keep going for it.
I look forward to chopping up your precious daughter. It'll be just like old times.
I won't let that happen. What is your goal? Oh, he's gonna say the same thing. Okay, I gotta say something about how did you find me first? How do you know where I am?
That's my favorite part. The sound of confusion in your voice. It's to die for. This is delicious. I can't get enough. I'm not telling you shit. Have fun racking your tiny little brain for it. I guess I could give you a little hint.
Go on.
Well, you see, I have the one-sided read.
That's one of the curses.
Susumi, you have the Evergreen Beach, no?
Nejima, you're a curse bearer? You're using the power of the curse?
Indeed, and what a particular curse it is. But that's where my hints end.
God damn it! The curse echo couldn't have fallen to worse hands. What is your goal?
One more thing we should discuss. In fact, it's the most important thing.
I thought you were finally going to shut up. I'm already sick of you, so I'll pass.
Oh, but you don't want to miss this. It's the main course. I could just go after your daughter, but something tells me you'd get bored.
No, I'm good. You got me real fired up. You're in my head, well done.
But this is a gift tailor-made for you. I'm going to kill all the people you swore to protect. Every last person living here.
You couldn't.
Oh, but with this curse of mine, I can. I'll give you until dusk. By then, I could probably get a couple hundred people or so. And it'll all be your fault. Oh, it must be so hard to know they'll all die because of you. So tragic. It must be tearing you apart.
Don't fuck with me. There's no way an amateur like you could pull off a curse that strong.
Unfortunately for you, I absolutely can. My curse stone is a particularly strong one. Which means I can have my fun without needing to hold back one bit. It's almost like a feast of shadows was cast just for me.
You're surprisingly well informed about this. Who was it that tipped you off?
Who knows?
Then how about I kill myself first and ruin all your fun? What about that, asshole?
Idiot. You think I'd call it off just because you were dead? There's no running away for you.
I'll find you. I won't let you get away with this, Nejima.
You've got 12 hours. Do you really think your paltry little organization will be able to make a dent in my plans? Oh, the sacrifices made will be heavy. I can't wait to see you sobbing with regret. And I'll even have enough soul dregs to pull off the rite of resurrection. How splendid.
Wait, Nejima, you're after the...
Anyway, see you around. Bye-bye now.
That son of a bitch. That was a fun character voice acting. Boss,